Hello everyone, this is RA2 Gaming bringing you my first gaming video. Just to do a quick intro, I'm so excited to do this and share with you a few of the games that I used to play when I was a kid and maybe some new ones along the way. Now, I've been a gamer since before we've had internet. All we had was like switches and internet wire spanning across the whole apartment block, like a block level network. We used to share our floppy disk drive on the network, and when someone wanted to reach out to you, they would just access the floppy disk, and you would actually hear in your PC churring and trying to read it, so you would know that someone was buzzing you and was calling you out to play. Now you're gonna ask, why didn't you just call the other guys? Well, we used to have landline phones that were guarded by our parents, and the first mobile phone we had, I remember we shared it with the whole family. Let's say games were not a priority at all back then. Because we didn't have internet, we all used to gather for LAN parties in one house and play in a network. We were used to set up the network, have a switch, put in all the wiring and so on. We used to set up our own wires, bring the big CRT monitors, and the whole PC with us to be able to game. Now those were really fun because if someone beat you at a game, he was right to the left of you and you could just give him a friendly slap across the forehead. One of the games I really enjoyed is Red Alert 2, especially with the Yuri expansion. For all you young folks out there, is like StarCraft with lower graphics, but technically it's more advanced. Units felt more meaningful. They had like specialties. For example, infantry had a stronger attack against tanks. Tanks had a less stronger attack against infantry, but then tanks could just squish infantry, so you could just walk over infantry with your tank. One other interesting thing is, and this is why I say it's technically more advanced, you could load soldiers into special trucks and you could fire from them, and you would have differentiated ways of firing depending on what you loaded. If you loaded a normal soldier, it will transform from some rockets that can shoot up and down into a machine gun. If you loaded a sniper, you would no longer be able to attack air forces, only ground, but you would have a much bigger range and you would kill infantry instantly. So that was quite interesting. You could have a lot of combination with different races and so on. So I'll be running through everything later on. But at this point, I just want to show you guys what you need to start playing this game. And first thing you need is the actual game. I got it on Steam. I am 100% sure that I bought it on another system as well, but I just forgot about it. But having it on Steam, if there's any update or I don't know, anything that I would need to address, I could just reinstall it easily from Steam and everything is okay. Another thing you need, and you really do need this, I mean, you can play it without, but you'll have, well, it's too complicated, honestly, is the CnCNet launcher. Now you see that it has a launcher for many of the games, but you're interested in Red Alert and specifically the Yuri's Revenge expansion. I don't play a simple Red Alert, so I just downloaded the Yuri's Revenge part, but I think it also includes this one. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. Now, basically this is just a software that allows you to play online. But besides that, it has a lot of mods and settings that are created when you first install it. For example, the game initially only has like 3 resolutions and they're very low. But with the CnCNet launcher, you are able to access a ton more resolutions. Talking about resolutions, let's go now to Steam. Now, I installed everything. How to install it, you can figure that out on your own. You just click next, and you don't need to worry about it. Here I have the Command and Conquer Red Alert, and here I have the CnCNet launcher. Now the CnCNet launcher is not part of Steam, but I added it. I'm going to show you a trick how to add it to your Steam library. Just go here to Games, add a non-Steam game library, a non-Steam game to your library, and you either select it from here or click Browse and choose from where to install it. Once you have it, you'll have it like this. Now you see I wrote down the name, the resolution. I played quite a lot with the resolution here just to get the perfect balance for my screen. I guess you'll have to do the same, but when I tried full HD, the units were way too small. I could barely grab them, and it's a very strategic game, so you need to use your tanks and your infantry individually at several points. So it's full HD is too high. 720p is way too low. I think this is the built-in resolution that you would play on a CRT monitor. You need more than that with today's monitor just to have a bit more quality. So 1440p, 1440 times 900 is the best balance for me, but I guess you'll have to figure out what's best for you on your own screen. Now I have a 2K ultra wide monitor, so it's like 3000 something times 1200. So it's like half of a 4K monitor, but it's a little bit wider. So this is the combination that's right for me. Usually look at the small number because that will give you how the screen is set up in your game. Okay. Now the next step would be, so you have everything installed. I will run through some of the settings on the CnCNet launcher, and we'll see what you need to look at when you set up everything. So first thing I did is I went here into options, into audio, and I gave the client volume all the way down to 1. It's very loud. I don't know, for some reason it's very loud, so you need to do this before you do anything else. This is the client volume, so this is this window over here, the CnCNet launcher. These ones, music volume, sound volume, and voice volume, these are for the actual game, so you don't need to worry about this for the launcher. But this is actually the settings for the game, which you will also have them in the game, but this just makes it easier to set up everything. Now starting from the left, what we have here is the display tab. In the display tab, I did modify the in-game resolution. to 1440 times 900. The client resolution, you can keep it to whatever your screen is, but this is not has nothing to do with the game. Detail level, I think you can just use high. We used to play it on 1 GB of RAM, and I'm pretty sure any computer can handle this game on high. I didn't do any modifications to the render client theme. You can choose what you want to. And that's it for the display. The audio, we already went through the audio settings. You can play around with it, whatever you need. For the game, I keep the scroll rate to about a 5. This is what's comfortable for me. And also scroll coasting, I think this is related to the fact that you're able to scroll by pressing the right click and just scrolling. It's much faster than normal scrolling. By going to the edge of the screen, you just drag the screen with the right click button. Target line, these are a must, so you see where your units are going. And also you see the waypoints where your units will be created from the building. Show hidden objects, this is very useful if you have a unit that's behind a building or a rock or something. It will show out just an outline of it. And tooltips, I found them useful. And that's it, you can give yourself the name. I wouldn't configure the hotkeys. Usually I go with the default hotkeys just because this allows me to play the game on a different computer if I ever go to a friend and play it there. I just remember the default hotkeys, don't modify them, and that's that. Anything else, you don't need to worry about it. And going back to the hotkeys, I'll be going through the hotkeys on my next episode, when I'll go into a skirmish and show you guys everything you need to know to actually play the game, all the hotkeys and how to build and everything. So we just click save. Now, one thing to keep in mind is this CnCNet launcher, you only need it the first time. So if you're just playing single player, you only need it to run it once, and it will automatically update changes inside your Red Alert games by updating some of the ini files for the game. Okay, I'll get out of it for now. Now, as the next step, I'll go into the Red Alert and show you the settings from the actual game and how it changed it. Let's hit play. Now we are in the game, and if you're ever trying to record this game, you'll notice that the menu itself has a different resolution than the actual game. So in OBS you might need to create 2 scenes for it, but for now I'm only worried about this one. So here in the menu we have the single player, we have internet, we have network, and network is like for when you have like a LAN play or something, you want to play without the internet. You don't even need internet to play online. Movies and credits, but what we are interested in is the options. So again, it set the visual details to high. It set my gaming resolution here, and as you can see, I think initially you only have like 3 resolutions available, but now you have many more, so you can just go from small to large and everything is okay. Game option difficulty, Again, these tooltips, target lines, you saw those settings there. Scroll rate is almost to the max. Music volume, sound volume, again, everything that you've already seen in the CnCNet launcher. We will talk about the key hotkeys in the next episode. Network IPX. So if you ever want to play on a network with this, you need to be careful because you need to use the CnCNet launcher. Windows 10 no longer supports this game from a LAN perspective, so local area network. So yeah. So I think this is it. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this was interesting for you as it was for me, and see you in the next episode. Bye.